You are welcome to Sego International TV once again. Today we are discussing the purpose of the church and the evidence that the church is doing greater works as Christ proposed. He that believes in me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do. Now, what are the evidences? Humanity has developed communication systems, medical breakthroughs, education structures, global connectivity. These reflect the mandate: be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, and dominate the earth. When God dwells in man, man becomes a carrier of order, creativity, governance, and abundance. That is the purpose of the church. The church exists to house God, restore dominion, expand the kingdom, demonstrate heaven on earth. And the evidence is clear. The church is doing greater works because Christ now works through humanity. Today, through invention, innovation, knowledge, and productive systems, the church, humanity, is advancing, building, cultivating, and increasing prosperity on earth. Because God now dwells in man, the church has the capacity to dress and keep the earth and restore paradise again. Now watch this.
Did you know that there is a country that has no river at all? Yes, not one river anywhere. A whole big country with millions of people, yet no single river flows through it. This country is Saudi Arabia. As you all know, almost every country has at least one river, but Saudi Arabia is different. It's full of desert and dry land. Now you may ask, why is that? Saudi Arabia is one of the driest places in the world. The weather there is very hot and it hardly rains. But when it rains, it doesn't last long. The water quickly disappears into the sand. That is why there is no river, only dry valleys called wadis. A wadi looks like a river, but it only has water for a few hours after heavy rain. So after that, everything becomes dry again. Now, how do people in Saudi Arabia survive without rivers? How do they get water to drink and to farm? Let me break it down. First, they use underground water. Yes, deep under the desert, there is this old water that has been there for thousands of years. They drill deep into the ground to bring that water up, and that's what they use for farming and for daily life. But that water is not endless. One day it can finish. Secondly, they use desalination method. This means they take water from the sea and they remove the salt. The salty sea water will now become clean and safe to drink. And that is why Saudi Arabia has some of the biggest desalination plants in the world. In fact, more than half of their drinking water comes from the sea. Yes. And lastly, they use cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is a way to make it rain. Remember, like I said earlier, Saudi Arabia don't experience much rain like we do here in Africa. And if you live in Saudi Arabia, some of the rain you see are cloud seeding. Now here is how it works. Scientists usually fly airplane into the sky and spray small particles like salt or silver iodide into the clouds. These particles help the clouds to produce rain. It doesn't always work though, but when it does, it helps a lot. So even though Saudi Arabia has no rivers or very little rain, they found a way to survive through science, technology, and hard work. Now think about it. If your own country suddenly had no river and no rain, how long do you think the country will survive? Drop your comment.
Pay close attention. This is the largest airplane in the world, the Airbus A380. It's so big it looks like a flying apartment building. It's widely known as the largest passenger jet ever built. The A380 has 2 full-length decks. In its highest density layout, it can carry more than 850 people. That's basically a small neighborhood in the sky. Its maximum takeoff weight is over 1.2 million pounds. A single wing is longer than a full-size football field. This is insane engineering. But the A380 wasn't designed just to pack more people on board. It was built to completely change the flying experience. You can forget cramped flights. Inside the A380, there are private suites, beds, showers, bars, lounges. Some passengers are literally taking a shower at 35,000 feet, while you're still stuck in a hard seat, bracing through turbulence. On most planes, turbulence makes you grab the armrests. On the A380, it barely feels worth noticing. Its smoothness and stability are on another level. Just 2 pilots control this giant machine worth over $400 million. Flying it is like managing a city in the air.
So, the church is man doing greater works as Christ proposed, not a building. Continue to discover hidden kingdom truths revealed by the herald and ambassador of God's kingdom, Samuel Eduvier on Segom International TV.